thank you for taking the time to speak with me today. Aside from having to talk to yours truly, how is your day
No,
going?
thank you. My day is great now. I get to talk to you in this awesome office. Like I almost want to zoom in, but I can't zoom. It's like you think everything is like the Zoom on your phone. It's not though, but I want to zoom in and see all these photos behind you. But my day is great. Thank you for asking.
There may or may not be a vintage 98 degrees photo about 20 feet that way. I cannot confirm nor deny.
If it's not, we can make this happen. I know people, Darren. I can make that happen.
Well, it's a pleasure to connect. Obviously, been aware of you for decades, growing up as an MTV person, and your career is so fascinating because, what are you? Are you an actress? Are you a model? Are you a television presenter? Are you an author? You have so many different titles. How do you like to be thought of?
And spokesperson today, right? First of all, thank you. That really actually makes me have a moment because I feel like my entire career, people said you can't jump over from one to the next, especially being a female. They've always said you can't go from modeling to television. You can't go from television hosting to acting. You can't go from comedy acting to dramatic acting. You can't go from dramatic acting back to hosting. And sure. you can't. And I'm like, yes, I can. I know it sounds so cliche. I feel like we're doing like a mini documentary. I'm like, the more they say no, the more I want to do it. But it's true.
But you did. And as you called out, you're a spokesperson today. So tell me what you were spokespersoning for.
Well, today I am excited to talk about Allegra Hives, but yes, it's about creating your destiny. And in that destiny, life happens. And in my life, believe it or not, Darren, I am plagued with hives. This is, sure. It's something that I've dealt with since I was a little girl. I remember crying, and I don't know if you've ever had a hive breakout.
Oh, but this beautiful, delicate porcelain skin does not just take care of itself.
Oh no, mine's head to toe. And when you get something itchy in between your fingers and your toes or your arms, yes. It's not fun. And so honestly, I just thought it was something I had to live with. And I'm so grateful now to talk about Allegra Hives, which is the only over-the-counter oral medication you can take that attacks the hives from the inside out. Mm-hmm. It relieves the itching due to hives. It reduces the hives. This is important for me because, as you said, whether it's hosting, acting, doing anything, taking photos, it's about skin and appearance and not that that's all that it's about, but if you were constantly itching in the middle of talking about, the crime scene, then NCIS Hawaii, they're like, what's wrong with her? So there's actually one of the episodes, I have this massive welt on my cheek. It's a massive hive that stayed for that entire week we were filming. And sometimes it's a welt, sometimes it's a whole rash. So now I have relief that is non-drowsy. Every other medication out there makes you drowsy, and being a mother of 3 and working a few jobs, it's not an option for me. I can't be on set and just be like, I have to be on. So this is a game changer, and there's nothing like it on the market, which is why I'm excited to shout it from the rooftops. Honestly, I love talking about all of my work and everything, but this is something that allows me to do that in a comfortable way, because I never know when it's going to happen. I never know when I'm going to have it pop up. And so to have relief that I can take orally, that is 24 hours, and that is non-drowsy, I am all in, and I want to shout it from the rooftops to anybody watching. This will change your life for all of you hive sufferers out there.
When did you first find out that you're going to be able to work with this great brand? And I said it because some people like to talk about projects before they're finalized and happening, and other people wait until the dotted line. So I didn't know if you had like a 3-month embargo before you could go public.
Oh, I have, well, as far as the partnership with Allegra?
Sure.
This has been something that's ongoing that my team knows about, and they have been there on me on set, at red carpets, at events. And when one of my team members called and said, oh my gosh, there's this brand new product, I think you need to read about it. They sent me all of the information, and I literally said, I need to be a part of this because this is something that I suffer from, and I want to be able to share this with people. This is something that, like I said, has plagued me. I know it sounds dramatic, but it's brought me to tears. I cannot explain to you the uncomfortableness of having a head to toe itch that you cannot literally scratch without peeling your skin off. And topical did not work for me because it comes off, and I have children. And so this is it is literally a game changer. And so we've been working on it, and they have done all of their due diligence. They have been working tirelessly to make it non-drowsy, to make it the only over-the-counter oral. And I'm just excited that I get to partner with them and be the one to tell you about it. So it's out now, and by August, it'll be everywhere, but you can definitely find it now.
So to be clear on this one, there's no restrictions to drinking coffee while you're having it.
No.
Okay, there you go. Because, you know, sometimes when different skincare products say, oh, this is going to change your life, but you can't do X, Y, and Z. So there's no restrictions. This is one of those products that when you're living your everyday life, you can take it, nothing changes.
Yeah, there's no, like, that's the other thing is some of them are like, by the way, don't operate heavy machinery. You're like driving a car to work. Uh-oh. So again, the non-drowsy is game changer. You can drive to work.
Game changer. Well,
and watch your children.
So we've talked about that wonderful product that you're working with. Another fascinating thing about you is I'm living in a beach town, and most people don't really grasp the idea that you can live in a beach town. You can live in a place that's kind of relaxing. You can still create your own stress, but you're still living in a beach town. You grew up in a beach state. So if I go to Hawaii for the first time, because I've never had the pleasure, where am I going? Which island, which city, what's the first go-to?
That's a very loaded question. But to your point, yes, people didn't know that you can live and work in a beach destination. I live in a vacation destination. What I will say respectfully, so I did not grow up in Hawaii, but I live there now. And in the last year, I've really learned so much about the land, about the people, about the pride. And while we love and thrive on tourism, we also just want to make sure that people know, you or whoever's watching this, when they come, to keep that in mind and be respectful of the land and the islands, and know that it's not our land and it's not your land. We're borrowing it from the earth, and we should leave it as we came. You know, don't take shells, don't move rocks, don't litter, and just be respectful. And honestly, when I surrendered to that, when we were shooting the pilot, it was 3 a.m, and we were at, it's this cove where they shot From Here to Eternity. I think we're like that iconic black and white shot where they're making out on the beach. And it seemed a little dangerous, but we have the best water safety team in the business. And I remember closing my eyes and just putting my toes in the sand, and it was cold and it was dark and I was about to jump in the ocean. And I just asked the island to watch over me, protect me, and take care of me. And I will do the same, and I will give the same respect back. And I know it sounds crazy, but something inside of me just lit up. And since then, I've just had this fond bond with the island. So I would say to you, if you want to go for some more fun, go to Oahu. If you want to go for some fun and relaxation, go to Maui. If you want to go for some volcanic cool, go to Big Island. If you want to go somewhere romantic, go to Kauai or Lanai. And in all the places, just be respectful, love the island, and it'll love you back.
There you go. Well, being respectful of your time. 2 quick questions, and then you're free from Darren. And,
no, I could talk all day to you.
And the first one is, writing a book is something I've done. It is not the easiest thing in the world to do. Do you have plans to do another book? Because you were a late 2021 author.
I would love to. And I think the second one, the first one was the story, Life from Scratch, Family Traditions That Start With You, and talking about my story and how I didn't have the cookie cutter upbringing that I think people might think to lead this destiny that I have. And so it's just about saying that your messy past doesn't have to define your future. That being said, a big part of it is entertaining and cooking, and you know, the kitchen is the heart of the home. So I think I'd love to do just a solid cookbook, front to back, all food, yummy things that we love to make in the Lachey household that we can share with everybody.
Fingers crossed. And the last one I got is, besides the ultimatum, do you have a TV recommendation you could pass along? My wife and I go, hey, we're going to watch this show, and you notice you watch it in 2-3 days, you need another one. Do you have a one or two?
Well, have you seen Love is Blind?
I've not seen Love is Blind. We should be watching that.
Love is Blind, start with season 1. I think there's only 2 seasons out now, but we've shot a lot more. That's what sparked before Ultimatum. So check it out. I know you're like, I don't want to watch reality dating. I promise you, every man who said that in the first episode is hooked. And then they're the ones telling their significant other to watch season 2. Just saying.
That's what I thought. And then we watched the first season of Love Island UK, and we watched all 35, 40 episodes.
Well, there you go. So you're going to love Love is Blind.
Well, thank you for your time, and thank you for the many years of great entertainment. Looking forward to what's to come from you, whether it is these great tie-ins to taking care of your skin, whatever it is. Thank you, Vanessa.
Thank you so much. Have a good day.
Paltrocast.